Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Cup of Joe. Look a little tired this morning, but I'm energized. We have revival this week, and it's been some long nights. But welcome to Cup of Joe, episode 13. It's entitled "Time is Ticking. How long will you wait?" God's timing is based on our readiness. Are we waiting on Him, or is He waiting on us? The closer I get to God, the more He expands my territory. And I've known since about the age of 5. Good morning, sis. I love you. I've known since about the age of 5 when I was first prophesied to regarding ministry and music and the great call that God has on my life. But I had my own plans, and ministry was not on that list of plans. You know, a lot of times we will run to God and cry out to Him in prayer, but the desperation of those moments is based on the emotion of not being able to handle the consequences of leading ourselves away from His purpose for our lives. You're talking to somebody who actually lived that, like seriously. God has spoken since the beginning of time, and we have more than enough signs outside of His word for us to comply. However, we choose to oppose. Why? What is it that deters us away from Him? Well, it's the very 5 things that He blessed us with at birth, and it's 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. I threw up 10 fingers, but I was trying to do 5 and 5. Anyhow, that's a whole nother story. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. Some of you may be thinking, okay, wait. God actually blessed us with 5 things that would cause us to drift further and further away from Him? Well, the direct answer to that question is yes. However, we are to explore the why. God constantly motivates us to find out the why through His word. And His word, He says this regarding sight. Matthew 6:22 through 23. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are unhealthy, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? And regarding sound or hearing, Romans 10:17. Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. If you're not getting into your Bible, you're not going to be able to see clearly. You're not going to be able to hear clearly. And it's telling you that right there. You all go back and look up those Bible verses. And regarding touch, Matthew 9:20 through 21. Just when a woman who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years came up behind Him and touched the edge of His cloak, she said to herself, if I only touch His cloak, I will be healed. God gives us everything we need. The choice is yours. Use it to do good, or do what's right, or do what's just in His eyes, or use it to do the opposite. The choice is yours. But He gave you 5 things that'll carry you through the rest of your life here on earth. You have to be willing to let God take control and give you the map for your life. So if your life is somewhere you don't want it to be, chances are you're not seeing, you're not hearing, you're not touching. You're not touching other people's lives. I'm going to wave at a couple people. Hey, Vaughn, how you doing? Van, I'm sorry. Van, it was good seeing you at church last night. Taste. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the one who takes refuge in Him. That's Psalms 34:8. And regarding smell, for we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. 2 Corinthians 2 and 15. You know, this morning, guys, I just want to encourage everybody. Good morning. My boy is on here. Let me go ahead and wave at him. What's up, Hogan? What's up, Hogan? So, hey, Punkin, how you doing? It's good to see everybody. I pray that you all take something from this word. Use your 5 senses to really tap into what God has for you. And when you do, you're going to see the benefits. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It doesn't matter on the negative side of things. It does not matter what you see. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing. On the opposite side, on the physical, it doesn't matter. See, these things that God is talking about is in the spirit. So if you don't tap into the spirit, if you're not getting into your word, if you're not praying, if you're not fasting, sorry to tell you, you're probably tapping into those emotions and those senses on something negative versus something positive, because they can be used against you. The devil will constantly use your sight against you. You know, I had to learn this year, you know, the sight of what I'm going through, he will use against me, and I'll catch offense. And that's the bait. I don't know if you all have seen or read any of John Bevere's material on the bait of Satan, but you all should definitely check that out, because he will use your sight. He will use what you hear. You may come up on a conversation, you think people are actually talking about you. They may be talking about you, but you come in on the wrong part of that conversation and you catch offense to it. You may see something from your spouse or from your friends or whatever, and you don't really, like it, and you catch offense. Guys, you got to get this stuff. Use your 5 senses to follow God in the way that he wants you to use them. So pray about it. It's all good. We all going to live prosperous lives when we get it right. I love you all. I pray that you all continue to hashtag and continue to support. Hashtag Cup of Joe supporter. And also share these videos. Somebody else may be hurting and crying out for help. And whenever I do look on Instagram and Facebook, because I don't really care for social media outside of this platform, I see a lot of hurting people. And I know that look. I can see it in their eyes. I can stare right down into their soul. I know that hurt. I know that pain. I hope that you all have a wonderful Thursday. Continue to stay motivated. Continue to wake up early. Get it done. And be intentional about what kind of day you're going to have. I love each and every one of you.